You wake up at 3 a.m. for no obvious reason, and within seconds, your brain has taken something that felt completely manageable yesterday and turned it into a disaster. A bill becomes financial ruin. A slightly awkward conversation becomes proof that someone hates you. A mistake at work becomes the beginning of everything falling apart. Nothing changed. The problem is exactly the same size it was at 7 p.m. But at 3 a.m., it feels unsurvivable. This happens so consistently, so predictably, that there has to be a reason. There is. Here's exactly why. Reason 1. Your brain's threat detection system runs without supervision at night. During the day, your prefrontal cortex, the rational, logical part of your brain, acts as a filter. It receives incoming signals, assesses them, and keeps emotional responses proportionate to actual danger. But at night, particularly in the early hours, prefrontal cortex activity drops significantly. The filter weakens, which means your amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for detecting threats and generating fear, is essentially running unsupervised. Every unresolved thought, every uncomfortable feeling, every problem you pushed aside during the day gets processed without the rational filter keeping things in proportion. A 3 a.m. brain isn't a tired version of your normal brain. It's a fundamentally different operating mode, where threat detection is heightened and rational perspective is suppressed. Reason 2. Darkness and silence remove every distraction your brain uses to cope. During the day, your brain is constantly fed input. Work, screens, conversations, movement, noise. That input doesn't just keep you busy, it actively suppresses emotional processing. The moment darkness and silence arrive, that suppression disappears. Everything your brain quietly set aside during the day comes back up for processing, all at once, with no distraction available to push it back down. And because your rational filter is already weakened, your brain doesn't process these things calmly. It processes them urgently, like they need to be solved right now, in the dark, alone, at 3 a.m. Reason 3. Your brain catastrophizes to prepare you, not to punish you. Here's the part most people don't know. When your brain runs worst-case scenarios at night, it isn't malfunctioning. It's doing something it was designed to do, preparing you for potential threats by mentally rehearsing the worst possible outcomes. This was useful thousands of years ago when threats were physical and immediate. But your modern brain is running that same ancient software on emails, relationships, and social situations. It can't tell the difference between a predator and a problem at work, so it treats everything with the same urgency, the same worst-case simulation, the same flood of stress hormones that were designed for actual survival situations. Your brain isn't trying to torture you at 3 a.m. It's trying to protect you, using tools that were never built for the world you're actually living in. Reason 4. The more you fight the thoughts, the bigger they get. The instinct when catastrophic thoughts arrive is to push them away, to tell yourself you're overreacting, to force yourself to think about something else. But research on thought suppression consistently shows that trying to suppress a thought makes it more persistent, not less. Your brain has to actively locate the thought in order to suppress it, which means you're thinking about it more intensely, in the process of trying not to think about it. The harder you fight 3 a.m. thoughts, the more authority you give them. What actually works is the opposite. Acknowledging the thought without engaging with it, letting it exist, without treating it as an emergency that needs to be solved right now, in the dark. Because the problem isn't the thought. The problem is what your weakened 3 a.m. brain does with it. Everything looks different at 7 a.m. Not because anything changed, but because the filter came back online. So tell me, what's the thing your brain always finds at 3 a.m. that feels completely fine by morning?